Hello and welcome, I'm Misstical. This is Misstical Gaming. We're jumping into Watch Your Realms. I'm going into the Halls of Illusion. I just want to have a quick look or a quick run through on my auto team. I don't think it's perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I think I cover off most bases. I'm not entirely happy with it, so I'd like to hear from other people. If you're setting up your auto team, what I'm doing is I'm picking a level 1 legendary because I'm going to need the mythic ones. And at least with the level 1 you can then place down all 10 units, and then when you get onto a level 2 you'll miss the last unit being placed down. When someone dies they will then place down your 10th unit, so that's how that will actually work. Right, this is the team I've got. I'm mostly happy with it, but I think most people won't be able to make a team up that can cover all combinations of all modifiers, so this is what I'm going with. And a lot of heroes I think are interchangeable because I don't have them on both accounts, so I've had to swap them about. So there we go. Right, let's jump into it and see how we go. Erling Sang, absolutely fantastic. Defender, hits airborne units, does AoE. Brilliant champion to put down there. Don't have him on my other account. I've had to go with Edith, I think I put down there as well, but I'm not overly happy with her. Next one, we've got this nice 3 range and going up, 3 range tile and 3 range going across. Fantastic little tile area of effect they've got there, and hitting airborne units, which means you cover off the bottom left. Positions 1 and 2 are mostly covered off by Talon and Sun Wukong, and then that top right is covered off by Kigiri. And also, if we have anything break through on positions 1 or 2, we've got Kigiri there as well. Okay, so that's the sort of basic setup I've gone with. I'm relatively happy with it. And then after that, what we're sort of left with is the bottom right, and I've got a fighter that can hit airborne units, so sort of any fighter would do there. I mean, there's quite a list of them now, so any of those would do. Now after that, it's sort of healers. Now I can't cover everyone off with the healers, and I'm not 100% sure where to put my healers. I think I've gone here. I think that works better, although if I have suicide or exploding mobs come around on the bottom right, that may cause me an issue. I'm unlikely to be able to heal through it, I think. On the upside, on positions 1 and 2, not the only one I can use. I think there are other options available. I've gone for Draylin, but you could use Constance as well. Constance can go up there quite easily and help out there. I think that would be fine, which I think I'm doing on my other account. Now I've gone for a Raka behind Talon. I'm not 100% sure that's the right option. I think I would have probably been better off moving her down to cover off more of the positions at the bottom, more of that positions 3 and 4. I think that's where she would have suited better. So later on I may have to move her around, or if I find someone else I think who is better than her, which may not be hard, then we'll swap her over. Okay, so that's where we are, and that's sort of the basic setup, and I think on the whole I'm sort of happy with it. I just have to make sure that whenever the wood elf comes up, I put the wood elf in front of Kigiri, so we're getting that extra healing over there, because I don't know at what stage on all the other keystones where the boss will come out, or if it's the boss that does AoE damage, so I have to keep it up. Now on the top side here we're doing with Sun Wukong, so Sun Wukong will take out the mobs coming down from position 1 for us. We just roll this forward. He's got his ultimate built up. He will trigger because of his range. I should have clicked on his range, sorry about that. He will trigger in position 1 because his range narrows on position 2, which is sort of the 3rd tile in front of him. So we'll see here, he will just jump up, boom, kill that mob, and then he's attacking the others, which will help his rage regen, which means he'll get his ultimate back up a bit quicker as well. So he's quite handy there. And then on the other side we've got Kigiri, as we can see here, someone comes out, there's plenty of time to build up his ultimate. Now his range, as we saw earlier, we'll cover that off. He'll jump over there, boom, kill them, thanks very much, and he's back to his space. Okay, so I do quite like Kigiri working over there. I think it works very well. Wood elf back down, so that works out quite well for us. And then the only other ones we've got is on the bottom left and bottom right we've got to worry about. Now the only other concern is enough DPS here, so I could have a boss or I could have a cunning monster. Cunning monster is coming out on this side. now they don't seem that hard to take down. So again, possibly more evidence that I've got Araka in the wrong place, and that I'm going to move her to position sort of 3 and 4. Now, if we have a look here, here comes the ultimates coming off, and we can see that beautiful range. So if we have got anyone coming up here, just here, then they will walk straight into that ultimate. So they generally come round, you know, at the beginning. So, and that ultimate carries on for such a long time. I think we'll cover off anyone coming out of there. And then we've just got our airborne fight, just doing nothing in this fight, but you never know how the other ultimates are going. We've now got the boss arrive, so this is more where we're going to require that healing coming up all the time. And so we just need to make sure we're moving that wood elf about, those people who aren't, or Kigiri who's not covered by the ultimate, or whether there's some mileage in putting more people in healing artifacts or something like that. Maybe, I don't know, but we'll see. Maybe there'll be more healers coming in the game that can cover off weird areas like this, that sort of thing, because that wood elf trick is possibly, is she the only person who can heal like that? I think she is, isn't she? But there we go. So that's what we're sort of pushing on for. I mean, I'm mostly happy with it. I can sort of cover off, I think, most things. Like I say, top right, I think I'm going to struggle with airborne mobs. They might come round, but we may get them taken out by Araka, who's there, who can hit airborne units as they come round. But I don't know, if I don't have her there, then that may be an option. Whether I've got enough DPS on positions 3 and 4, another issue. I don't know whether I have at all, but we'll have to wait and see. But I think I'm relatively good. That's the fight done. We've cleared up. That's it, everyone done. So I can now, because it's a level 1 and I got to save everyone down, I can upload that. That's uploaded. I can claim those. Brilliant. Not brilliant. Oh, no. Okay. 1 shard. Wow. Let's stick our red level 2 in, because that's the max that we can do, and we'll run this through. We're speeding this right up. There's no reason for you to watch it all the way through. Again, Kigiri's doing the same job up there. Fine. Have no issues with that. There's more mobs coming out there. Boom. Takes care of them. And it's all pretty straightforward. I don't have any real issues with the fight. Again, suicide mobs, exploders, that sort of thing, I think will cause me an issue. So maybe I won't do those. But the question is, how am I going to know if I don't do them? Or I don't completely clear them? So, for example, here, everything going fine. We've done everyone. We've still got 8 spaces left to go. There goes someone. And if we're watching it, we can see we've lost 1 person. So we've got 7 mobs to go through as opposed to the 8. So we lost 1 mob. Now we can clear up the rest. Here's the boss. But because I've got AoE DPS and no single target here, I think on a tankier boss, like a Baron, I might struggle to do it in the 1 minute 30. There was 15 seconds left there. But that's how it rolls. Now, this is the end screen, and I don't know how well I've done. So if I'd done something like the experience raid, I'd get a little marker like this to saying how much of it I've done, but I don't get that here, which I think is quite the shame. Because according to this, when I look at it, if I've hit auto and walked off and done something else, which I'm going to do, I'm not going to sit here and watch the whole fight, then I'll come back to this and I will not know. To this, as far as I'm concerned, that's 100% complete. I will crack on and collect all the rewards, which is fine. I don't think I'm going to miss greatly on the rewards either way, but it would be nice to know if I'd done 100% or I'd only done 90 something percent of it and got to the end. I mean, if you failed early on, then you'll know, but I would just collect these rewards, which I wouldn't be upset about. Actually, that's quite nice. But I'm not unhappy with these rewards by any stretch of the imagination. I think I've done rather well. It would be nice to know if I've done 100% or 95% or whatever. Okay, just one of those things. Okay, just because some people are interested, let's run through everyone's promotions of their gear. Done. I don't have her awakenings. There we go. Skills are all done. Awakening she's not, and there's her artifact as well. Okay, and I'll just go through everyone. Talon, one of the greatest heroes we've had in the game in a long time, I feel. An absolutely awesome champion. If you're lucky to have a brilliant, well done. I do like him. I think he's got a position. I think very much enjoy him here. Being that defender, having that block, I think comes in very useful. It could be anyone, any fighter who can hit airborne units could sit down in that slot. Doesn't have to be her by any stretch of the imaginations. Healer, go with whatever healers you fancy. I mean, I don't know. I think she's fantastic because she's got that wood elf that she can put out around the map. I think that really does help out. But on that first run through, you are going to have to make sure that you put out that wood elf manually. So when it's done next time round, that it will go out for you. I don't think the game will automatically do that for you. I think it's just auto fights, just a posh auto clicker is realistically it. There we go. And then do like the range we've got here on these skill. I mean, that is fantastic. And then the ultimate opens that range up. Absolutely great. Definite bonus for us there. There we go. Again, constants could be used here instead. There we are. The awakening one does open up the range a bit for us, but I don't think it's overly used. So there we go. The only other thing, because I was asked about it the other day, I will try and remember to do this. There's my Pantheon bonus and level is there. So I was asked about it the other day. Probably do a video on this at some point about Pantheon bonus and what it is and how it works, and it is something, if you're watching videos from CCs, that you should consider. I would, if I was you and I was watching a video, I would consider the Pantheon bonuses at max, unless you know they've got a low level account like they're doing it at level 50 or something like that. But I would assume that most content creators, certainly the larger ones, have a maxed out Pantheon game, so I would consider that. But we'll try and do a video on that later. Now, interested to learn or see who you're running with, who you've got, or any suggestions you've got, that'd be absolutely great. Okay, thank you very much for your time. If you leave me a little thumbs up, like, subscribe, share the video about, help some other people get some Malrik Halls of Illusions done on auto, and I will see you all in a video again soon. Thank you for your time. Cheers, goodbye.